why did Mac unveil his workout machine, which was
Oh
this machine that
my.
would fist you from behind while you're working
I don't
out?
know. And this isn't from the
I think
lawyer,
it's
right? This
there.
isn't like the meeting room of the bird, like the bird law
No, I don't
lawyers. So, yeah,
think
no. That
so.
was one of
No,
the funniest shit
the
ever.
bird law is the best. I hope they bring it back. I really do. Like they can't. I mean, in the finale, whenever the finale will be, hopefully,
Yeah.
you know.
So man, this is amazing. You sent me. Oh, yeah, it is the same clip, or is it different? So you sent me like the pilot that they made, right? And it
Well,
kind
it's
of starts with the same scene. And this episode 4 apparently is a combination of different pilot, you know, videos and footage they had shot.
yeah, yeah. So I assume this is, I think, our official now. This is probably going to play at the actual opening of the podcast. So this is a podcast, YouTube show slash whatever that, in which we, to somewhat, I would say, idiotic people. I don't know if that's good people, but not not very intelligent people. But we watch It's Always Sunny and we discuss it, which we have, I think, as you mentioned in previous episodes, we've already seen it many
Yeah.
times. But it's always fun to watch it again. So yeah, I did send you. That's after they said that they already shot a couple of pilots
Yeah.
and stuff. I did do a tiny YouTube search, and yeah, apparently there are clips from, at least it's not the whole
Yeah.
episode. It's just the first scene.
Yeah.
And did you? I mean, they talk about it on their podcast as well. That what's it called? Oh, but you're not playing the episode, are you?
I am. What do you mean? You're not playing it?
No, I thought you got.
All right. Well,
Uh,
I'll pause it and go back.
all right. Okay,
But yeah.
let's start again from whenever you want. I thought you're
All
gonna
right.
do like a thing, like I thought your one, two,
I
three is for something else.
I got you. I got you. But okay, anyway, I'll go
Yeah,
back. Continue as you were saying.
yeah. All right. Should I start playing now? Are you?
Oh, no, 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 hold on. Okay, you want to start playing now? Okay, go.
All right. Yeah. 12:40
Sorry, guys,
p.m.
we're
on
trying something different than the first episode, and I guess there's a little bit of a miscommunication
Miscom.
here.
So yeah, did you hear that this scene is basically the we talked about it in our other episodes too, but this is the birth idea behind the whole show
Yeah,
before it was even like a whole
picked
episode
up.
or a whole
Yeah,
movie. Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
it makes sense, to be honest. It does make sense. It is a sketch that, if you flesh out the characters,
yeah.
you end up with It's Always Sunny. I don't know what you know,
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I just watched a video that you sent me from, yeah, this exact clip, and it's funny, like Dennis's name is still Glenn in there.
oh
And
yeah.
I guess, so do you see Mac in these kind of episodes, in these pilot episodes or pilot clips, or had he not yet decided to
No,
play Mac?
I mean, it's only this scene, so Mac is not
Yeah,
included in this
yeah.
scene, so I didn't see him there. But what I found funny was, did you hear Charlie in the original was an actor? He said,
Yeah, 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 that was so
because
funny,
I've got
yeah. And they're in
yeah, because
LA in the
yeah,
pilot.
yeah,
They're in
exactly.
LA.
They're in LA. They're in Hollywood. Yeah, they're in Hollywood. And I think that's a really good idea that they got away from that. We have too many
Mm,
sitcom in which you have an actor
yeah.
character doing audition because of Hollywood, obviously. But I don't know. I think it was a good idea to get away from that. What do you think?
No, 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 definitely. I mean, it's totally different and different. And yeah, I mean, he could have been, I mean, the bar thing is cool. So, I mean, so there'll be no bar concept in that, right? If he's trying to be an actor.
Maybe he's doing a part. I mean, I maybe as a
He could have
part-time
been a
thing, they had a bar.
bartender, but not like,
Yeah, yeah, but
bar
owning a
owner
bar, it
or
would be
something.
very weird in LA. Yeah, like it's shitty. I mean, to be fair, my uncle, actually, my great uncle owned a sports bar in LA, and it was like not that, fancy. So maybe they could pull it off.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know. I'm
know.
sure they have all kinds of things in LA, but yeah.
It's just their bar is just so, like,
So
New
Philadelphia.
England. Yeah, exactly. Like
Not that I've ever been, but
wooden. Yeah, exactly. It's just a feel, I guess. But I have to say, man, you should check out the clips fully. Uh, it shows rehearsals really do work.
Mm,
Like they do. I think this is a much better, like acting wise, especially Glenn. I can never pronounce his
yeah.
family name, but Mr. Glenn blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he's very good. He's just improves a lot. Like he
Yeah.
becomes like in this his assholeness in the final version is so much more subtle yet
But
visible, like he's
but I think he
so
got
the
confident
basketball.
or something
Oh
in
yeah,
that way
yeah,
of
yeah, he
acting
got
because on the podcast
exactly.
he sounds and behaves very similarly, I feel.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
so.
I think they're tapping into their
When they
characters
are
a
doing
little
a
bit on the
bit,
podcast.
sorry.
I think they're tapping in a little bit into their like characters on the podcast, especially like
Oh
Dennis and
yeah,
Charlie.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What happened
uh
there?
they it's a really annoying problem I have. For some reasons, like once in a while, like every couple of hours, my HDMI and computer
Uh,
suddenly it just disconnects and it comes to my computer, and then after 2 seconds it goes back to my
yeah,
monitor. I don't know what the
I
fuck
see.
is going on.
But by
But
the way,
yeah.
so I mean, I love how they're always just drinking at the bar. Who's paying for all these beers? Like it's just like serving them. Like they drink beers at 9 a.m.
No.
until nighttime. Who's covering these costs?
Nah, yeah, it's I guess I don't know. I'm guessing they don't. I mean, it's famously after season two, it's Frank that
Yeah,
basically gives them the money. Otherwise, they're yeah. I mean, the money thing comes into play this episode. It's like the financial troubles they have. Is it in
yeah,
this episode or oh no, next one,
yeah.
next one. But I have to say, man, I am kind of getting. I'm glad. Like, I do think they look so much better now compared to then, right?
I
Like,
mean, you mean like season like 10? They look better than season one.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
their hairstyles, their everything.
that's for sure. But you
I
know,
mean,
this is a long time ago, man. This is 2005 as well. So.
I know exactly. I'm
And they
just
were
saying, yeah,
young. They were young. I mean, they were
yeah,
27,
yeah,
28. Guys, men usually
exactly.
get better looking when they get older. And yeah.
No, that's. I'm getting a bit more hopeful for myself because yeah, they
Charlie doesn't
like
change.
especially Glenn. No, Charlie, no, Charlie, yeah. But Glenn, Mac gets obviously more muscly and because of the
Yeah,
stuff.
Mac
But Glenn,
changes
I
as
think
in.
gets so much
Yeah.
better. Glenn, it
But I
looks
think
so
it's
much better.
also his character, you know, like he becomes like more and more like some kind of like calculated like serial not serial killer,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah.
like
He becomes the golden god, the
yeah.
golden god.
So he just
Bow before me. Yeah.
But man, it's
Oh,
crazy. No, like
this.
hold on. Look at this picture on our screen right now. Oh, hold on. Where's the right one? There. So Cricket
Oh,
apparently
the cricket.
was going to be Charlie. I mean, sorry,
Mac.
Mac.
Mac. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the writers too, right? I
I
can't wait
see.
for his first episode. He's one of the best
Yeah.
arcs I think ever in the whole TV show.
And man, okay, so
But
this part, this
but
is so funny
wait,
with
this
this
is
with the
so
girl, with the trans girl, and this girl is
yeah.
yeah, really good
I mean,
looking.
this is by the way, that's the thing. I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't care if she's trans or not, like if she has a penis or not. I think she's extremely attractive, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right. I know it's not like
I don't
that's
blame
what I
Dennis.
never
That's why
understood
I don't
about.
blame Mac. But I
Yeah,
think Mac later on doesn't want her to get rid of her penis or something like before he goes gay, if I'm not mistaken, or something. Because at some point she's
I
gonna have, I think, surgery and like
oh, in
he
a
likes
future
it. Yeah, yeah.
episodes. Oh, I don't remember.
Like
Yeah,
she
I know
comes
she
back.
comes back. Yeah, yeah, she comes back. She becomes a recruiting character, but I don't recall what happens. No, but it was yeah. This is by the way way before all the all the. I mean
But
the
man, look
trans
at how
stuff.
relevant the topics are. I mean, the next one
Oh
are
yeah, these
about guns,
topics never
right?
go.
That gun
Yeah.
episode, you the exact
No, we
same
talk.
concerns and talking points and all this, you could make it 15 years later. I mean, it's literally the same thing. The
Oh
conversations
yeah.
are have not changed one bit.
Oh
Oh yeah, we'll get to that
yeah, yeah.
next episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Charlie says
But
some
I
funny
would
stuff.
okay. This is Charlie's talking to waitress, and I have to say, this made me think, I think this might be the first episode that I started liking It's Always Sunny. I think so.
Yeah,
Because of the twist. I don't know. Do you remember? I mean, should we save the twist for when it happens in the episode?
perhaps up to you.
Okay, let's
I
do
have a
that.
few like name
But
things that go ahead that I want to
go
point
ahead. No,
out.
no, no. I just want to say I think the waitress Charlie relationship kind of led me to really. This episode made me. I remember laughing so hard
Yeah.
at that. We'll talk about it when it
I
happens.
mean,
But go ahead. Sorry, you wanted
so
to say something.
before that, the one thing that I always really liked about the waitress thing is how like she doesn't budge from her like position or dislike of Charlie. You know, there's not like, oh, at some point she likes him a bit, or like the relationship evolves and she like, suddenly gets like slowly like him and all that. Like, no, she like not interested in him whatsoever, like at the same
Ever.
rate from the beginning until
I mean,
until
that's
like
the
the
thing. I haven't rewatched the last 3
yeah,
seasons that
but
have
I
been
don't recall
broadcast.
though.
Didn't they? I thought they like.
They do
Didn't they
hook
have
up.
sex?
That does happen, but like she never
Oh
like
yeah, and then
shows
and then he
feelings for him,
keeps
if I'm
her.
not mistaken.
He, but I remember them being in his bed, and he's like being annoyed that she's there or something.
Hmm.
I don't
You're
know.
not you're
Which
not
yeah.
you're not mistaking that from like real life, because he says in real life like she was staying in at his place like one of the first few times, and then he doesn't get sick of her, but he has to like leave and go do an audition, and like she opens his fridge and like the stuff that are in the fridge are just hilarious the way
Oh
Charlie
wow, no,
explains it.
no.
But
No, but I
listen,
think it might be a Charlie's dream sequence. It's so hard to remember what was
yeah.
Charlie's fucking lunatic fantasies and what is reality. So, oh man, I can't wait for the some of Charlie's fantasies. So now they're trying to get waitress, I think. Yeah,
To
that's the
sleep
bit
with
they're
him,
trying to
yeah.
get waitress to sleep with Charlie.
Yeah, exactly, because thinks that he has
By the
cancer.
way, I have to say, not a like if your friend has cancer, that's not the worst thing you could do, like trying to get him laid. That's
No.
probably one of the nicer
No, I
things
mean
you
that's
can
a
do.
nice thing that Dennis is trying to do. I mean he ends up sleeping
Yeah.
with her first, and then he pays her to sleep with her. She
Oh,
doesn't even do
yeah.
that. Oh, so
Yeah.
here
And
we have the
oh,
appearance of this lady.
yeah, what's her name? Oh, you didn't have the name? I
Oh,
have the
her
name.
real
So
name.
this lady, just like us, is a fellow person who's of Iranian background. So I kind of made that sound a bit much more impressive. It's just like us. She's also comes from a general area where like 100 million people come from. So it's not that impressive. But yeah, she's one of the, I think, I have to say, all the recruiting cast are pretty amazing. I think all of them. I think Cricket and what's the Crow family,
Oh my God.
the milk they drink. Those are the best. But she's also top 5 for me.
Yeah.
But she's so disgusting. She
Yeah,
goes
she's
so
just
well
so
with Frank
disgusting.
in
Yeah.
later seasons. She's so fantastically matched with Frank. I
Yeah.
love it. And by the way, she's a pretty good. I've seen her in sketch shows. She's pretty good. That's her real name as well, Artemis Pepdani.
I thought she was Greek. I
Pepdani.
mean, she plays a like she plays someone of
She
Greek
plays a Greek
descent.
person, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
American,
she's
yeah.
Iranian. Let me check.
Hmm.
Artemis is a very common Iranian
But man,
and Greek name.
listen to
Yeah,
this
Iranian.
though. I mean, I found this to be pretty the names are pretty interesting, I found. So like Mac was of course Mac's nickname actually, so he just went
Mm,
with that. Uh
mm.
and then his friends, he said like stop calling me Mac because we're Charlie, they kept Charlie. Of course, Glenn, they switched to Dennis, which is again a combination of Dennis, like Mac, two of Mac's friends, like one was called Reynold, one was called Dennis. But Sweet D is actually the
Yeah,
nickname
that's a
that
sad story.
apparently Tom Morello, I don't know if you know who Tom Morello is. He's the guitarist
No.
of Rage Against the Machine, like probably one of the bigger rock bands of the early 2000s, a huge band. And and this is the nickname that
Yeah,
he
may have
had
seen him
given
live.
that he no, you haven't seen Rage Against the
No.
Machine. That would be insane.
Okay.
I became a big fan of them, but like later on, like 2010 or so, I only discovered them, or
Were they
nine.
not at Desert?
No,
What
no,
was it
no, they
there
never
that we
came.
went? No.
No, they
Okay.
never went
No,
to his
that's the only place
festivals.
I might.
But no, so that was the nick. Sweet D is the nickname that he had given to his girlfriend at the time and then wife. And like I think Mac
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
even
I
realize
remember.
that he was stealing it, but he stole it. And apparently everybody would walk up to her and be like, "Hey, your name after the show," and she's like, "No, blah blah." So apparently she was pissed that
Yeah,
they stole
I
the
mean,
nickname Sweet D. But man, this is
it's
why.
not the best character to be named after. Although in this episode, she is still has a like she's still the most normal, which
Yeah,
is
for sure.
in this
Or
season. It does. I think in this episode and in the next episode is the most prominent, at least in the first five
yeah,
I've seen. But yeah, I would say, I mean, as the series goes on, Sweet Tea degenerates into a
yeah,
monster too. But
man.
in this season, she's a slightly better than them.
Yeah, no, for sure. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I would say for sure. I mean, yeah, the part where she kind of gets crazy is the episode that we saw a bit with the underage drinking and she gets drunk. Like a lot of like future D
oh
comes
yeah,
out, you know, how like just
yeah,
clumsy and just like and just
yeah,
drunk
yes.
she is and just all over the place.
Awful. Just yeah, awful human.
But
No,
man,
that's true.
what is
But
this?
by the
What
way,
is
is
this? I
this, by
just
the way,
look
is
at
this
the
Range
coffee
Rover? Is
shop
this
that
Range Rover?
that the
Oh,
waitress
it's
works in. Like, I haven't seen a shop that looks like this like ever in the past 10 or 15 years. I mean, it just
no man. UK is filled with these shops, though. They
Jesus,
sell you
man.
like they sell you the tiny sort of pastry or a sandwich, and then
No, just the
you
decor
can get it.
though is just like so outdated and insane, and the colors.
Yeah, exactly. Europe is filled with this. So come on.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I mean, these ones are really pushing it.
I I don't know. That's the thing, man. Then I feel like East Coast is so underrepresented in
Yeah,
American media that you're a bit like,
perhaps.
you know what I mean?
But man, if you want to
But yeah,
become an
but tell
actor,
me,
you have to go to the West Coast. Did you hear on their
yeah,
podcast, like as soon as they move to California, they meet like X and O and Z and they go to this person's party and they meet this actor and that actor. So
I
you
mean,
gotta go to
most people
LA
say,
if you want to
"Oh my, I
become.
love Max hat." It's just his styles always are just. I no, but tell me, was that the Range Rover they were in? Could
Yeah,
you
yeah.
tell?
So
Because
I
you know
thought,
cars.
yeah, that's his Range Rover. Yeah, but I was gonna say that. So I didn't know that he had the Range Rover from season one, but that's where it
Yeah,
makes the
that's what I was
appearance.
gonna. Yeah,
And look at here,
nice, nice.
Mac.
Oh,
But
Max
how was Mac?
relationship
How
with
did
the
they not
translate
plan to make Matt a gay guy from the
gay.
beginning? I don't know. I mean, they're lying in their
I no
podcast.
no no no.
I
I
mean,
mean,
he's
I'm sure
literally
they're lying.
interested in a trans person from
I'm
the
sure that
get-go who like
they
exposes
lie.
their dick more than anybody like ever.
I think they planned him to be a sort of a repressed, sort of a Christian type, because he's
Yeah.
the one who very early on brings in what was it? Abortion. With the abortion thing is
Yeah.
God. But I don't think they meant for it
Sure,
to go
that could
as
have
far
been an
as it did
angle.
went. Yeah, but oh my God, the song. What is the song? What is the song called? They played it. It's
And
always been.
you
It's
and let
uh,
you down and I
yeah.
love how
It's
D's always the one doing all the work at the bar, like the first season and stuff.
yeah. D
Maybe.
as yeah.
And
I mean,
Charlie
I
cleans
have
the
to say,
bathrooms
yeah.
and takes care of the rat.
Charlie's whole war with the rats, man. It's amazing.
Oh,
It's killing. But oh yeah. Oh my God. I
she's
have
so
to say,
disturbing looking.
she's so disturbing. Yeah,
Artemis
she's
here.
so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh God. Hairstyle is her pants here. I can
Yeah.
man. These
Man.
pants, like if when people wear those pants, I'm just
Yeah, no, it's
I don't
extreme
know.
disturbing. But listen, while
Yeah.
that's happening, I just can't wait until we reach this episode. And you know what this episode is? They like
Oh yeah,
try
yeah.
to quit drinking
Yeah, yeah. And
and they
they
realize and
save the alcohol in the
they're having like horrible withdrawal syndromes and shit. They're just going
yeah.
crazy and then they start drinking this and they're back to normal.
They realized, yeah. No, that it's just amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Artemis is oh my God. This is so disturbing. This is so disturbing. Yeah, but Glenn definitely, I think, is much more subdued here. and as the season, both Glenn and Dee, they're not as evil, they become much more, I think, evil. Like as
No, I mean,
Charlie and Mac lean into their like just chaotic, sort of a
yeah,
stupidity, they lean into sort of a like a shitty evil, like,
for
like trying
sure,
to control.
for sure they're evil. But Dennis's evilness, I mean, he just, I mean, the waitress did like come on to him, but so, but like,
No, no, no. I know, no, no. That's what I'm saying. In this episode, he's almost not. In this episode, he's actually the good guy,
he's
almost.
trying to, although like he
Yeah,
does
he's
sleep.
he's actually like he's so happy right now because Charlie's gotten late,
Yeah.
or he believes so
No, he
that
just
Charlie
went
has
on a
gotten
date.
late. Yeah,
She
he's.
was so
But yeah,
not interested in him.
I love the bathroom, by the way. It's just so
Oh, you see
disgusting.
the Trice sticker over there?
Yeah,
THRICE. So
yeah,
apparently
yeah,
this is a real band. I don't
yeah.
know if you heard this on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. I heard
And people thought that, oh, so someone is always sunny, they're like big fans, so they put this, and they have no idea who this band is, neither do I. It's just someone who did like, the set and stuff like that.
yeah.
Was a
No, that
fan.
was so. They did a whole
Oh.
bit about. Oh, this bit is so amazing. So maybe this is a controversial topic, but what do you think, Mac? Mac just Mac is basically the the trans lady who's has a relationship with tries to surprises him from behind. He punches her, and then people are saying that, oh, this is first of all you punch the lady, then he's like, it's not a lady, it's a dude, and they're like, oh, it's a hate crime. So
That's really
it's
funny.
just, oh my God, this is so good. Now Charlie has basically told, okay, the part where Charlie just said, yeah, I just lied. I don't have cancer. And then he does this whole thing, I tell you, you tell the waitress, and then I get it was his shitty evil plan was, I remember, I just loved it so much. He's just, now he's doing his hand movements and he gets so angry. His shitty evil plan.
Man, he's
And he didn't
terrific.
even
Man,
listen.
Charlie on the podcast is so funny too. He makes like fun at
Yeah,
Mac because like like Mac wanted, like he like
yeah,
wanted to be an
close to the
actor
mic.
too, and like no the mic too, but like he did like some drama shows and all
Oh
this, and
yeah.
apparently he got cut out of a few of
Oh,
them. He's like, so when
Glenn.
did you start realizing that like
No,
maybe
that
you're not
was
the best
Glenn.
actor? Was
That
that
was Glenn
Glenn
though.
telling
Yeah,
Mac?
Glenn was like, so how many movies did you need to be exactly cut out to realize dramatic roles are not for you? How many movies? It was so harsh. It was so
Yeah, and I
it was
remember
so,
like he had a
but
little
yeah,
scene in Lost. Apparently he got cut out of Game of Thrones. I'm not sure.
oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear. Yeah, I missed that. Well, I have to say, man, I feel for Glenn. It's just like kind of like our again relationship. Just he did you see he's putting all the effort into asking questions and get keeping the podcast
Yeah.
going on. And then Charlie and Mac are just Mac is, they're just not paying too much attention. Charlie is more just trying
Yeah.
to do jokes, I feel.
Oh, I mean, one of the funnier things is like Mac
Mm.
he's probably doing a bit, but like they're about to tell a story, and Mac's like, "Come on, I've heard this story like 10 times."
Yeah, yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
"Wait, it's not, it's
Not
not
for
for
you.
you."
It's not
I mean, of course,
it's
people heard all the
for
stories, like what
By the way, Camille, I expect a lot of the stories that I've told you before about a lot of things about Iran,
But
UK.
man, in this show, you see a lot of the real interest, like drinking and all this. But coffee is not one that comes up. But like the podcast, like half the podcast episodes are about like when they drank coffee and like the effect that the coffee has on them. Did you not pick up on
What?
that?
I don't. Oh, their podcast.
Yeah, yeah, their podcast in
Oh
real
yeah, yeah.
life. They're like,
Well, they were basically. It seems they
oh,
were living on coffee and cigarettes at the
yeah,
time. By the way, I found this interesting because did you see in the very end? Uh, it was funny because it was Mac that moved away earlier than Dennis. And it's kind of weird because later, I feel like in later seasons, it would always be Dennis that, is always like, oh, come on, Mac, it's not gonna
yeah,
work,
yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
Dennis's character just becomes even more, I don't know, like just like calculated and like his evilness and like
Yeah. Well, very
self-centered
like
and like a
let's be clear, very very bad at the calculations,
yeah
but yes,
yeah
attempt to be a calculating like sort of a evil. It's
yeah.
talking of future episodes we love. Probably one of my favorites is their, when they go to their school reunion and they do the dance, and at the end
Oh,
you
I
just
don't
see
remember.
that what was actually going on instead of what was going on in their
Mm.
heads, and it was just amazing. It was, so I feel like, yeah, Dennis he suffers from that specific delusion more so than others.
Yeah, yeah, that
Mm.
is true. But I don't remember the episode at all. Um,
Really? Oh my
yeah,
god,
no, I
oh
don't
my
remember
god,
the episode at
gonna have
all.
fun, we're gonna have fun.
By the way, I'll bring this up in the next episode, but where Mac got a lot of his inspiration from for this show or what he wanted to do comes from one of my favorite shows, but let's save that for the
Oh, I
next
know.
one.
Yeah, we're going to. I think people can guess if they saw the video, but yes, yeah, that's
Yeah.
another fucking classic.
All right, any
So shall we
final
wrap it
thoughts?
up?
Yeah. How do they wrap up their podcast? It just comes to an end, no?
I think, yeah, yeah, they just, I don't, look, man, they have editors and stuff, so they can,
Yeah.
they cut it in a good bit. I'm sure they talk a lot more and they cut it out or something. I'm sure. But from I think episode 5 or 6, their podcast starts becoming a video. Like it has a video too.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do all kinds of things, man. They bring in call-in guests. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
really? They actually started because in the first few
Yeah,
episodes, yeah, they joke that people are calling. I know
yeah.
one episode they talk about Brad Pitt and Fight Club so much. It's so funny. Some of the
Yeah.
episodes they
So
actually talk about
let's
the
talk about
show,
that too.
but some of them they get
So,
like completely like distracted, and there's like barely anything on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
something I hope we can emulate here, to be honest, because I really have some other stuff I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with this. Mostly to do with taxes, really.